Gotta make sure. Hey BigHead. I love this intro. It's actually weird that Heather isn't talking over the intro.
I was trying to be respectful today.
On her best
We had a
behavior.
guest today, so I was trying to be respectful.
We do have a guest. We'll get to him towards the end of the show. I'm excited to have him sit on the couch.
But I was trying to show him good practice, not bad practice, what you just did.
This is my show. I can do what I want.
Okay, well, I'm letting you know that I was trying to be good.
Heather, welcome to the Hey BigHead Show.
Hello.
You have a couple new additions to talk about today, don't you? On your arm.
Oh, my tattoos.
Your tattoos.
Okay, can I tell you something?
Of course you can. Hold on. Did you randomly just go to a tattoo parlor today and just be like, I want two tattoos?
No, I planned this a week ago. Actually, I planned this. So I was at the Adidas grand opening, and they had a real tattoo artist there doing tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
And there was dice on there, and I was like, oh, that'd be really cute, like Vegas tattoo. Why are you laughing?
Keep going, because I got a follow-up to this.
Oh.
I can't wait for.
So anyway, I was like, I really want to do this. And so I've been thinking about it for the past 2 weeks since I went to that opening. Like, I really want to get a dice tattoo for Vegas.
So you got a dice tattoo.
I don't have a Vegas tattoo. Yeah, so I got dice. And honestly, they look so cool.
What number did you get shown?
I told them I didn't care.
Really?
Yeah.
There's no significance to... All right,
No.
so what number?
So I'm showing 1, 3, 4, 5 on one dice, and then 1, 3, 6 on another dice.
What's the top one? Like if you were actually
If you were on the craps table, what
6
the
and
number?
1, so 7.
7. Good, as it should be. It probably should be a 7.
Yeah. So anyway, but they look so realistic, don't they?
Yeah, they're good. Good shading.
And then while I was there, I was like, hey, I heard some bad news today about one of my favorite artists. So I was like, hey, can we do another tattoo? And he's like, yeah, for sure. And so I got my favorite song ever tattooed on me.
We don't have to talk about the news because I know it's tough for you to talk about. But you know what irks me? What?
We're not talking about that.
You know what irks me is you crying. You post a video of yourself crying on social media. Why do you do that?
Because I was having a really bad day.
So you post about it?
Well,
Why not
it was
just suffer in silence?
It was to my close friends.
I know, but still.
I don't think that's bad. I was literally crying, and half of my friends and my close friends are music industry people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was telling them, like, this is poopy. I mean, there's literally 28 people in that whole close friends.
Well, I'm happy for you that you got a tattoo on a whim because you went to an event, you got a fake tattoo, and you loved the way it looked. So you decided to get it.
Fake tattoo?
Well, you saw the dice and you were like, oh, that would be a good tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. Like my story of how
No,
I went to the
yours-
John Wick
No,
experience.
no.
I got a fake tattoo. I wanted to get it.
No, totally different.
Same thing. It's
totally
going.
different.
The tattoo
Don't
artist.
make me look bad in front of our new guest.
The tattoo artist is designing a tattoo right now.
No.
What do you mean no?
Wrong. Because, Andrew, you have one tattoo. I have literally, at this point, I have 18 tattoos. I can do stupid shit. You can't. You have one tattoo. All balls. Andrew has the word all balls tattooed.
I don't have the word all balls tattooed on me. But I love the fact
he loves all the balls.
I love the fact that you lasted maybe 3 minutes of acting calmly in a calm manner in front of our guest. That was a record. I had the over-under at 2, so you surpassed me. Well done.
Okay. Anyway, yes. I got
Well,
two new
I'm
tattoos.
happy for you.
They're also tiny. You want to get a whole arm sleeve. I'm just getting dainty little ones.
It's okay. To each their own.
I kind of want to laser this one off, though, and redo it.
Don't laser. Just either add to it.
No.
Add to it. You know what's funny is if we go back in last week's episode, you had a comment. We talked about Max Crosby, Raiders
Oh, my God.
superstar. And you
People
have
watch this podcast, by the way.
Hold on. Hold on. Can you repeat what you just said? Breaking news.
People watch this podcast.
People watch this podcast. Why do you say that, Heather?
Because I didn't believe anyone did.
So, Heather,
I thought we were just coming in here just bullshitting around.
you think we're just sharing this amongst each other? Like this nobody was actually watching the show?
It's because of me. Everyone loves me.
Obviously.
It's not because of you. It's because of me. Breaking news. Wait, make this a clip.
Oh, God, we're doing this?
Wait,
Hold on, let's find it.
Make this a clip.
There it is. We're making it a clip.
People only watch because of me.
Heather posted a video on, what was it?
Instagram.
On Instagram, but what was it of?
I don't even know.
It was something totally irrelevant to the show. And somebody commented on your video, what?
It said they're mad because they said, I said, he's a big Raiders fan. His whole bio says Raider Nation.
Yeah.
And I go, He was like, how dare you call my guy Max Crosby Bill Cosby? And I was like, oh my God. I was like blinking in the moment. I just said a name.
We have dedicated, passionate followers. And funny enough,
They obviously came from me.
fine, whatever. I'm happy for
Wait,
us.
we didn't invite Jason on.
No, we haven't.
Next week.
But JC Fernandez also, I spoke to him, and he had somebody reach out to him like the day after we aired saying, oh, I heard your name on a podcast. You got a shout out. So
Why are people watching this?
because this
Why
is
are you
entertaining.
watching this? Make this a clip. Stop watching this. It's garbage.
Wow, Jesus Christ. Anyways, and then of course we had Brett
You're
Raymer.
really just trying to gloat right now, aren't
Oh, I'm
you?
milking it. I had somebody on the I was on the plane yesterday, and they kept eyeballing me, and I was convinced that they recognized me from the show.
Liar. Were you
I'm
out
convinced.
with me one time? And they're like, hey, aren't you the guy that does the podcast?
They go, aren't you BigHead? I'm like, yes, yes, I am. That was fantastic.
This is getting too
I will
much.
never forget that.
This is getting too much. You can't hang out with me anymore.
And then we
I'm helping you get famous. We can't do this.
famous, yes. And then we had
I'm helping you. I don't want to help you.
we told Brett Raymer about the posters, and he reached out. He's like, how do I get on this show?
Because he wants his posters back, not because he wants to be on
No,
the
he
show.
wants to be on the show.
No, he doesn't. No one does.
Anyways, we got a lot to get to today, so let's get going. Big news today on the service industry, hospitality side of
Yeah,
things.
I saw they're finally doing no tax on tips.
Before we get into that, I will always be the first one to admit when we mess up or we say something that maybe bites us in the ass at later on. You and I had an episode maybe a month ago where we snarkily remarked about how no tax on tips is going. Are you fucking serious right now? We snarkily remarked about how the tax on tips thing just had no coverage at all. There's nothing going on.
Yeah. You get $3,200 a month just off your base pay if you make $20 an hour. Okay, and you have to hope that those tips are coming in great too.
Yeah, we got no tax on tips, right?
Did that get legalized? Yeah.
No.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So clearly,
We all made a comment about it.
we all had a
And
comment.
Brian works in the service industry.
But today, the Senate passed Trump's no tax on tips, which
But it's like to a certain extent, right?
well, there's a lot that goes on. It would eliminate the federal taxes on the tips.
Up to like $25,000 though.
Right. So employees would be able to claim 100% income tax deduction for amounts of up to $25,000 each year, but only the tips that are reported to the employer would be eligible for the deduction.
How many weeks are in a year?
52. What are you doing your math right now?
260. So 260.
Are we doing Heather math right now? Is that what's going on? Are we doing this again?
So that means you're only going to get cleared for $96 a day of you working in tips. So almost if you make $180 in tips a day.
Well, again, are you counting 7 days a week? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm counting 5 days a week because you only work 5 days.
Well, again, this is
Brian?
Brian, do
comment?
your math.
What is the question?
The question is, so it's only clearing. I guess I could ask both of you this. It's only clearing up to $25,000. So that's saying 90. How much does like an average person make out of like a restaurant making tips nowadays a day?
Depends on what
Varies the
position and what restaurant. But I mean, there's $25,000 that they were getting taxed on before
Okay,
that now
that's
they
fair.
aren't.
That's fair.
But on top of that, it's not only the waiters and bartenders; it's delivery drivers, even beauty service workers.
Wait, literally all taxes?
all the employees that are or the workers
What happens
that
if
are
I
defined.
get tipped for being an awesome co-host on the show? Do I
That's-
get taxed
no,
on that?
because it's they're going to define what the industry is that or the type of workers that do get taxed or that can be eligible for this, like barbers, estheticians, nail technicians, etc. They are included.
When I'm
as
on
well.
Instagram Live and I'm getting lots of tips, do I get taxed on that?
That's a question you're going to have to ask your girl Jackie Rosen.
Who's Jackie? Oh, Jackie Rosa.
Didn't you interview her, or is it the other girl that you
I
interviewed?
interviewed the other one,
Mastro?
Mastro.
Nice.
Cortez Mastro.
Were you nervous?
Actually, no. I was more scared that I was asking dumb questions because I know nothing about politics. So that was what I was more afraid of, looking like a dumbass, being like, what party do you go for, or whatever I was going to say.
No. Were you more nervous meeting her, or interviewing her, or meeting the mayor?
Neither.
You weren't nervous for either one.
No. The only people I get nervous for is when I meet Kay Flay and interview Rob Thomas.
You love those two.
Yeah, those are the only two that make me nervous.
Yeah. But anyways, this is huge. This is big for people in the
Big
service
news!
industry.
Breaking news! No tax on tips.
And this was something that helped turn Nevada back to red during the election season. Which
because
is
it's
a big thing.
a tip land.
25%
We are a
of
tip land. Tip tip hooray!
25% of employees that work here in Nevada
What
are
is
tip
tip
related.
tip
Was what?
Tip tip hooray is from a restaurant. Like when you do it, I think it's like, what restaurant does tip tip hooray?
Ask Brian.
Brian, do you know?
Nope.
He has no idea.
Tip tip hooray is from. Don't know.
Okay. Now, just not getting too excited in this. You know, I'm for I'm for the hospitality industry. Me being I used to be in the hospitality industry.
But last time I think
currently is.
I fought this because I was like, but that's not really fair for people. Like, okay, great. Like, first off, I'm happy for them. At least someone's getting a win out of the situation. Just like I got a win when I got my student loans cleared. But I also think it's weird because like we get tipped on our, just because we're not in the hospitality industry, we get tipped on ours. But at the same time, like, again, I'm happy for their win, but that's where I feel like it's going to become an argument in the
Who's
future.
we? Who do you?
Like-
you as an influencer?
No, like, I'm just saying, like, okay, I have to pay on all my income.
Right. But the tips aren't the main. The tips aren't impacting your final year-end income as much as it is if you were a waiter or bartender or somebody working in a restaurant.
I get what you're saying.
But
I guess I'm saying this in a wrong way. I'm not. I don't want there to be like hate on. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to say that. I'm happy that they're getting no tips on their taxes or
yeah, I got you.
no taxes on their tips. But what I'm saying is, for the rest of America who has a different kind of job and they're getting taxed on all their money, I could see where they're arguing. Like, what about us?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't know if not too many people are saying that. I don't know if that's a huge argument that people have.
But the service industry, and I don't know about this where you work, but a lot of people get minimum wage because they get tips, right?
Yeah, and then if you look at certain states that are tip states, they get like $3 an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Minimum wage for us, I feel, is higher. For Nevada, is higher than a lot of other states.
Oh, I didn't know that. So there's some states that says if you're a tipped employee, you only get paid $3 an hour.
Mm-hmm. Texas.
That's fucking wow. Fuck Texas. That's so rude.
The only
$3.
thing to be concerned about is if this all does become legalized, is that employers may start to cut wages and lean more on the guests coming in and making up the difference with tips.
But I don't think they can in Nevada, right? Like it's minimum wage. It doesn't matter what your job is. You can't. It's minimum wage, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it is minimum wage, yes. But, you know, I could see restaurants already imposed, some restaurants.
It doesn't affect them,
impose
though.
an additional.
It doesn't affect them. It doesn't affect the restaurant.
If the restaurant can make money in some aspect, especially when it comes to labor, usually when a restaurant, and again, Brian, I'm including you in here, back me up. When a restaurant looks to save money, the first place they usually look at is labor. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I think, to the point also is wages over the years, even minimum wages have been increased because cost of living, people were needing to make more money. Now that they have this, there may be less push to increase minimum wage.
Okay, and that's fine. But as of right now, they're going to, like, it's not affecting the restaurant.
It's not affecting the restaurant, but if restaurant owners can find a way to make more money and pay less, they absolutely will.
But they can't because the minimum wage is the minimum wage.
They can't in terms of the hourly dollar amount, but there may be
guess
other
what?
areas that they can.
Restaurants don't fucking do that. There was, I don't remember the last time this happened. It's been a while.
Do you tip on the subtotal or the total amount?
The total amount.
You tip after taxes and everything.
Yeah.
So if the bill is $20 and
Let's make this easy. If the bill is $100 and then there's taxes on top of that,
and let's just
so
say
it's 108, right?
I mean, that's
But are
not
you
bad.
tipping on the 100 or the 108?
The 108.
Yeah.
Is that not right?
I just don't like mathing
Here's-
that much, so I literally just double the first number.
Yeah, you just double the subtotal amount. So let's just say the bill is $20, the subtotal is $20, and the total is $25. So $5 of tax.
Okay.
You would tip 20%, which would be 20% of the $20 subtotal, which would be $4.
You guys, let me just tell you something, okay?
Uh-oh, here we go. Heather math again.
Heather math. Girl math.
I just tip $1.
I just tipped $1 and called it. Do you know who I am?
No.
I should
No,
be getting
because
this
when
before.
tell me this isn't true. If we go to a free dinner because I got like a free dinner because of influencing, do I always say like let's tip like 30%?
That's a given. Yeah, that's for sure.
I always over tip on that because I'm like, we got this fucking for free.
Yeah.
You're getting tipped well. But I just, because I have bad at math, I just go, okay, if the bill's $100, you're getting $20.
Yeah.
And then if the bill is $140, I'm just going to give you $30.
But again, on the same token, yeah, exactly. If it's $100,
I always just round up because I'm like, I don't feel like doing this math. Here you go.
It means more to them than it does.
You know what though irritates me? All hell. DoorDash tipping.
DoorDash shipping is awful.
DoorDash tipping is fucking stupid because you're telling me if I order, okay, let's say there's two restaurants next to each other. Let's say there's Subway and then there's a fancy sushi restaurant. Mm-hmm. And I order Subway and that meal is $20. And they're like, and then DoorDash is like, you should tip 20% of that. So it's like $3. Okay. I always round it up to $5. I feel like $5 to drive 2 miles is enough. But then if you order the fancy sushi restaurant, it tips off the money you spent. And it's like, you owe $28 in tips. And you're like, what? No?
Yeah.
No.
I adjust that.
I adjust that too.
What do you usually tip on DoorDash?
My normal amount for like a fast food place is like $5.
Yeah.
If it's a little bit, I always say like when you would like live at Panorama and I knew it was a pain in the fucking ass to get there and they had to go all the way up the elevator to drop it off.
Through valet.
There was sometimes I tipped $10.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, we are wasting your time.
Yeah,
We just went on a 20-minute tip tantrum.
Well, we should. This is a big deal. I'm all for hospitality and industry work.
No, I am too. But I really hope that people like Brian don't start charging or paying less per hour.
Yeah, Brian, don't fuck this up.
I won't.
Okay, good. Thank you. I'm glad we have that established.
Don't fuck it up, Brian.
Don't fuck it up. Right.
And cut the part out where I said.
No, we're keeping that in.
No!
Now that we have so many people listening to the show.
No, can you please cut that out?
We'll talk about it.
We're going to make it a clip.
Make this a clip.
Make this a clip.
Another big news.
My glasses are dirty.
Breaking news. Our boy, Bill Belichick, may or may not be engaged
Gross.
to our girl,
Jordan
Hudson.
Bill Belichick. Make this a clip. Bill Belichick.
We can't make everything a clip. You stop saying
Bill Belichick. Well, we have the lovely Mikey here now. He's going to help us.
Continue.
Oh, okay.
I was waiting on you. Go ahead.
Okay, so Bill Belichick, please don't do it. You're going to regret it. She's going to take all your money. Just stop. Just stop. We get it. You got your attention. We're worried about you. We need to put you in a home. This is not okay.
He's head coach of a college football team at UNC.
I think he's losing his mind. I think he needs to be put in a home.
No, he's 70. What?
Tom Brady needs to have a heart-to-heart with Bill Belichick and be like, bro, this ain't it.
I don't think Tom.
You could find a hot young girl that's not this horrible.
The funny thing is Bill Belichick has his boat, and it's called 8 Rings because of all the Super Bowl rings he's won.
A boat?
A boat. And the name of it, he owns a boat. The name of the boat is called 8 Rings.
Okay. I thought he had a boat in his house that he just put all his rings in.
What are you talking about?
I was confused.
I'm confused how you got to that.
I thought he just like made a boat in his house and had all his rings lined up in it.
God. Oh boy, Billy. But what he did was it's the Roman numerals of 5 and then 1, 2, 3. So it's the Roman numeral number 8.
To show all of, just in case he got another one, right?
But what he did was he added a 1 plus and then the VIII. So he didn't change the Roman numerals to be 9. He had the 8 Roman numerals and then he added a +1. So just in case it doesn't work out, he can just.
You're fucking lying.
I mean, I'm assuming this is why
He really added an extra ring because he's getting engaged.
Yeah, 9 rings.
That's not the same, homie.
It's the same.
Keep your fucking boat the way it is for your 8 rings.
Well,
Okay, Lord of the Rings.
I think it's brilliant the way he did that because
And I'm sure Jordan Hudson's gonna be like, "What the fuck? Why did I get a 9?" Ah! And she's
sure
gonna be out there doing it herself.
Is that what you sound like when you get mad and you're in a relationship?
I don't know.
What the fuck is this?
Sound like Gollum.
No, I get way more like sassy. I'm way more attitudey. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like I'm more like that.
We had my grandfather passed, and we were creating these photos for like the memorial service. And one of the photos was a family photo of all my brothers and sisters, and there were 2 people in there that aren't dating my siblings anymore, and they weren't on the edge of the photo, so we had to Photoshop and get creative with the empty spots.
Wait,
that we had.
wait, pull up this photo.
Moving forward, I gotta find it. Moving forward, all photos of somebody you're dating, they should be on the far end.
Yeah,
of the
didn't you
group.
learn that from fucking How I Met Your Mother?
Yes, that's what Lily did.
Yeah,
It's brilliant.
He's like,
And that's what Bill
photo capture or aperture.
That's what Bill Belichick is doing with his boat. Is he's doing the 1+.
If I was Jordan Hudson, I would be like, well, I guess you're just assuming we're not going to be together.
No, that's the same thing of having a prenup.
Why don't I doubt he's doing that?
I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully he is. Would you sign a prenup?
No, I would make the motherfucker who I'm dating sign a prenup though.
Oh, because they have.
Definitely going to be dating someone that makes less money than me.
Why don't you shoot higher? What are you aiming for? People that have low income.
Because the men that are rich and have money are cheaters.
Okay. God. So you're the.
Because they'll just be like, "Oh, I cheated on you. Here's some money."
You're the. Okay, please don't mess up the microphone. You're the breadwinner in all the relationships.
I mean, so far the ones I've been in, I was.
So now that we have Bill Belichick 73 and Jordan Hudson 24, what's that age gap, Heather Math? Go.
Wait, what is it?
Bill Belichick is 73.
Okay.
Jordan Hudson is 24. Wait for it.
73 and 24. Okay, if it was 75 and 25, it would be 50. So 50 minus 1.
Do you have the Jeopardy song?
I wish I did. I was looking for it. I thought I had something. What is
I
this?
would say it's like 47.
49 was close.
Oh,
It was good.
Your rationale of getting there
You
was
were-
right there.
You were
and
right
you just
there.
didn't follow
And then
it through.
You just added a
my
couple
ADHD kicked in and I was like, I'm just going to guess. Make this a clip.
Heather Math right there.
I got a lot of texts I need to answer. Can we wrap this up?
We got a while to go. We got a long time to go.
No. I've dated someone that was 12 years older than me.
Would you date somebody? Is that the limit of how far you'd go?
Okay, at the age of 35, probably the oldest I would date is 45.
What about youngest?
I actually thought about this the other day.
Why, you saw somebody young that was hot?
Yeah, and then I was like, how old are you? And they were like, 25. And I was like, oh, never mind.
Is 25 too young for you?
Yeah,
Really?
I think so.
Why?
I mean, unless they're like super mature, I don't know. For some reason, that just makes me feel creepy.
Where did you meet this guy?
Huh?
Where did you meet
I'll tell
this
you
guy?
later. I can't say it on here.
Why not? Is that a strip? Was it Crazy Horse?
No.
It was, wasn't it?
Crazy. When have I been at Crazy Horse?
I don't know. Isn't that the place you shot the video at? Didn't you get invited to Crazy Horse?
No.
Where did you get invited to?
Peppermint Hippo?
No, it was the other place.
Spearmint Rhino?
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, was it Spearmint Rhino you met him at?
Oh, why would I be meeting men at strip clubs and thinking that's a good idea?
I don't know. I don't know. if
We're
Chris
not
did.
talking about this anymore.
What? So he said he's 25. That's too young for
I
you?
think that's a little too young. I think the youngest I could probably date is like 29.
Okay. So a 6-year difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go down 6 years. Or I'll go down like 5 years and I'll go up 10 years.
What would you do for his? Let's say you're dating a 29-year-old. What would you do for his 30th birthday?
I don't even want to think about this. He asked me 30.
Yes, he has to be 30. Okay, so he has to be past the 30-year birthday.
Yeah, I'm not. Gross.
45. I don't know. I don't think. I mean, I'm 40 now. I don't know if I'd go older than me. I think I'd go 32 at the youngest. I think.
Fucking bullshit.
If
you could pull a 27-year-old, you would do it.
oh, absolutely would.
Okay, then why are you saying the lowest I would go is 32?
Because I was thinking about it, and then I thought about what it would be like dating a 27-year-old.
What? They'd be an idiot.
I don't know if I'd have
No offense to 27.
great conversations or we have a lot in common.
She'd be like,
I dated somebody when I was like
shit on it.
what?
I was gonna be like, she'd be like zippity riz.
Zippity Riz?
She'd be like blurring Gen Z bullshit.
Let me hear some Gen Z lingo.
Oh, I texted Miles the other day. I needed to text Miles something the other day, and I put it in Chat GPT, and I was like, make this sound like
Gen Z.
Gen Z. And I sent it to Miles, and he goes, "What drugs are you on right now?"
Miles is your little brother.
My 14-year-old little brother.
I was 22, I think, and I dated a 45-year-old woman, and that was
You were 22 dating a 45-year-old?
yeah.
What the fuck?
That was only. I mean,
This
honestly,
is reminding me of the movie. What's the movie with Christian Grey? What's the movie?
Now I'm trying to think. I knew you then. Who were you dating?
oh, nobody knew. This was when I was working at.
Wait,
I was
is it someone someone's mom?
No,
she-
that was a separate.
She was a mom, but no, that was
Wait! He's about to spill the tea right now. Wait!
No, you know that too.
this was when I was working. Oh, gosh. We're gonna cut
Did
that.
Brian just spill the tea?
No.
Did you hook up with someone's mom?
I mean, I've hooked up with multiple moms.
A certain mom?
I don't know if it's the same mom you're thinking of. I don't know.
Who have I always accused you of hooking up with? And you kind of joke about it.
Oh, that?
No, I don't think you ever did.
I never hooked up. I like fucking with you and saying, maybe I did. I didn't.
I'm just going to say who it is, and I hope she watches this.
She's not going to. But anyways, no. But I was 22, and I was a manager at a restaurant.
What restaurant?
Cafe Tutu Tango.
And Brian knew you. So, Brian, start Rolodexing in your head. Who
No,
fucked?
She was a guest, and this was an awful story. She was a guest at Tango, and she complained about the service or
So
something.
you're like, let me take you to the back, baby.
And so I went up to her, and she had this. She was hot, but she had this thick Boston accent. And me
You're like,
being from Boston, I was like, oh, I that instantly drew me. So also, I think I caught her off guard because she wasn't expecting. Like, I looked a lot younger especially when I was 22. I looked
Yeah,
like
you
a
look like
teenager.
a Walmart version of Justin Timberlake.
Timu.
Timu version of Justin.
Timu JT. And I caught her off guard, and my power that I had with the micros card, I comped the whole thing.
You were like,
I bought her
let me
dinner.
comp your dinner, baby. Now let me take you to the back.
And so I got her number, and we went out.
That night?
I got her number that night. We went out the weekend later, and I brought her. This is my mistake. I brought her to a place that I used to go to all the time, BJ's restaurant, which is right walking distance from my house, strategically, so I could get there, get drunk, and then we'd stumble back home. She was so rude to the wait staff, and I should have known. The fact that I met her was because she was.
So this is
rude.
like her MO is to be a dick to the wait staff and get a free meal.
Yeah, it was so embarrassing. So that was it. And then we hooked up and had fun, but she was miserable. I got the number from a girl that was on the Tila Tequila dating show. Do you remember?
I know. That's like you know what's so funny? Men do this, and I think it's so funny.
I was bragging.
All men have like this one girl in their life that they're like, maybe had like, they're a C-list famous person
Mm-hmm.
that they're always like, yeah, I got this person's number. Because a certain someone that we know that I used to date constantly tries to tell me that about this one D-list celebrity actress that he almost got. And I was like, but you didn't. So get over it.
I almost got the girl from The Office, her number, Erin. I was living in LA, and I was at the grocery store, and I saw her in the produce section, and I recognized her, but I couldn't recognize it from when. And then it finally clicked that she's from The Office. She looked good. She was cute. But I didn't want to go up and talk to her. I didn't want to be like, oh my gosh, I know you, or oh, you're.
Let me tell you who I've pulled.
Hold on, before you get into your story, because your story is a cheat code. That doesn't count. So what I would do is she would go down certain aisles, and I knew that she was going down each aisle individually, like one at a time. So I would go into the next aisle over, and she would happen to walk down the aisle, and we smiled at each other. And then I walked to the next aisle, and she walked down the other aisle, and we smiled again. And then we just so happened to be in the checkout line, and I was like, all right, I have to say something. So I go, I couldn't help but notice that you were following me in the grocery store. And just like in a second, she goes, well, that's because we're making the same meal. And it caught me so off guard that I just went, and that was it. That was
fucked it up.
I fucked it up. I wasn't expecting her to be so quick-witted.
Someone was wittier than you.
Yes. It caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting a professional comedian / actress to be wittier than me, but
Well, that's her job.
here we are.
That's her job.
And now I'm a podcast host.
Maybe you can get her on. Be like, remember that time?
Remember that
at the grocery
time?
store, and I was creeping on you because I knew who you were, but I didn't want to tell you I knew who you were.
And then she's going to reply something quick-witted, and I'm not going to have anything
Be
to say.
like,
Do you want to talk about the people you've hooked up with?
Nope.
No, I didn't think so. Yours is a cheat code because you are you have to be around them. The fact that you're talking to them and you have that intro and you have things to talk about.
Can I tell you something? It's actually really funny.
Go ahead.
2 famous people are literally texting me right now.
Bullshit. If you're not going to say on the show, I don't want to know.
Okay. 2 people.
I know who they are. I'm assuming who they are. I'm
You
pretty
know
sure.
one,
Yeah.
but do you know the other one? The other.
Are
My bracelet broke.
they both guys?
Yes.
Have you ever had a female celebrity hit on you?
No.
Never meet your heroes. Heather. Never meet your heroes.
That's not true. I've met my heroes and I love all of them.
Who's your hero that you,
Rob Thomas.
Rob Thomas, and you met him and he loves you?
Love Rob Thomas.
You know, growing up, Dane Cook was my hero. I wanted to be a stand-up comic, and he was one of the first ones. Him and Jerry Seinfeld were like one of the first ones that really like got my attention.
I've christened the show.
Thanks. The maids or the cleaning crew is gonna love cleaning that up.
They're be like in the vacuum. It's like,
So-
what's that noise?
So I saw Dane Cook in the Apple Store. I was living in LA right around the same time I met
Andrew,
Aaron.
you need to move back to LA because obviously this is all your celebrity.
I missed my call-in. These are all my celebrity friends. And I was in the Apple Store. My cousin was playing online poker, and he got like a virus on my computer. So I had to bring it to the Apple Store to get it fixed. So I'm sitting there, and I'm alone, and Dane Cook is sitting right next to me. And he's waiting also to get his computer fixed or something like that. And I recognize him, but again, I don't say anything. I just go about my business. And he said, the customer service guy goes, "Oh, Greg." And Dane Cook like nods his head like that's the fake name that he gave.
I love celebrities' fake names.
And I go to him. I was like, I got something clever, I thought. And I was like, "You look more like a Chris." And he goes, "What?" And I said, "You look more like a Chris." And he goes, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, fuck." And by the time I clearly say what I said again for the 3rd time, it's not nearly as funny. It wasn't funny in the first place.
And he's just being a dick.
He knows exactly what he's doing. And I said, "You look more like a Chris." And he goes, "Oh, well, Greg," or whatever the name he gave, is my middle name. I'm like, "Okay." And that was the extent of it. I had lost all my excitement that I ever had. For
So
Dane Cook
you're
again.
0 for 2
Yeah,
on being witty with celebrities.
I'm 0 for 2 on celebrity, so
Good thing you've never met Tom Brady.
I've had practice. I've had practice for it, but yeah, oh boy, Tom. We'll get him on the show soon enough. Him and Max Crosby are going to be here side by side.
You fucking wish.
I do wish. You're right.
I was like hoping that he'd be at the Aces game so you could have your moment, but
Yeah.
it didn't happen.
Well, what are you going to do?
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to have, we have our guest here who I want to interview and ask a few questions on. And a little spoiler alert, he slid my DMs, which is why he's here right now. So we will be right back, and we'll have our boy Mikey on.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. We're back again.
With what is this?
We have enough content now where we can replay clips that have already happened. This,
It's Johnny Hazard.
Johnny Hazard. Do you know the song he sang?
White Horse.
Close, Nights in White Satin. This was so good. Again, one of the benefits of having a podcast is you can literally have musicians come in, and I can ask them, I can request to them to play certain songs, and it's like my own personal collection that I have here.
Great.
Are you jealous?
No.
We can have musicians of yours in that you want. You can come
Mine
play.
are too cool for this.
Oh, okay. Your boy Michael Richter came in. He was our first one.
I love Michael Richter.
He was good.
I love Johnny Hazard.
I love Johnny Hazard.
Yeah.
You didn't see Grayson Boss. I don't think you were another one.
Oh.
But Heather, you have a guest sitting to the left of you.
I was like, I don't have a guess. This man slid into your DMs, not mine.
He did.
Smart
Introduce
move, by the way, for sliding into his DMs and not mine.
Excuse me?
Because I would have probably just ignored it.
Yeah, exactly. Mikey, welcome.
Thank you.
Mikey reached out to me. He slid in the Hey BigHead DMs and he said and I'm going to summarize.
I have a big head, and I would like to be on the show.
He said, "This is the greatest podcast I've ever heard in my life.
Lies.
I want to be a part of this. Are you accepting any internships or any positions whatsoever?" And I said, "Mikey, absolutely. I like the cut of your jib. I like the style. I like the vibe. Come on in."
I want to know what cologne you're wearing.
Does he smell good?
Yeah.
Some from Abercrombie.
It smells good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mikey, thank you for being here. We're excited to have you. So, explain to us, other than the fact of how great the Hey BigHead Show is, why did you slide into our DMs?
Yeah. Shout out to my mom. She was her whole idea. So I was.
Wait, does your mom watch the podcast?
The whole story. So like
What's this whole story?
what's
So,
the
like-
story?
So I was just going through like applying to random jobs applications. I was like, I really need a job, and I would really wanted like an internship because I really want my own sports show at the end of the day. Like
Okay.
my whole experience. So my mom was like, you should go like interning and stuff like that. And then this podcast came on her feed, and I've seen you guys before. And so she was like, hey.
People watch this fucking shit?
What are you talking about? They love us. Heather, they love
shocked,
us.
bro.
So then I was like typing this whole DM, and then she was like, let me proofread it. All
She
right.
just chat GPT'd it.
I should have, but then
your
you
mom
know,
GPT
moms know best. Moms know best.
Exactly.
So she fixed it up, and then I sent it, and then he replied, and then
And then here we are,
Here we are
Mama
today.
Mikey.
See, if you were smart, you would have took your original message and put it in ChatGPT and said, "Make this witty and smart ass, like a smart ass,
No.
and send this to him," and that probably would have even got him more excited.
As somebody who uses ChatGPT fairly
I
often,
use ChatGPT
I can tell. I know you do. I can tell when something's written by ChatGPT. His message was perfect. It was exactly what was needed to gain my attention, realize it wasn't just a spam message, and add that little extra flair to it.
shout out college. Shout out college.
Shout out college.
Shout out ChatGPT for me.
Where do you go to school? Or do you still go to school?
No, I graduated 2024 from UNLV. I went
Nice.
to 3 different schools.
Really?
Yeah.
Which ones?
I started my first 3 years at Cal State Bakersfield.
Mm-hmm.
I got a scholarship for soccer.
Nice.
Was there throughout COVID, and sure, if you're in LA, you know California COVID was the worst. So then I transferred to a school in South Carolina. I was there for a semester, Coastal Carolina.
Yep.
Kind of got lost and everything. Tough time, and thankfully, when I left, the coach at UNLV knew me well, and
Good.
came back here and finished my degree and everything.
You born and raised here?
Born and raised.
Woo woo!
Have you heard of Heather before this show?
Yeah.
You have. You've seen Heather before, like on social media, or you see her on the radio, or what? Or are you just answering that because she's sitting right?
She's
next
sitting
to
right
you?
next to me.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Smart.
I should.
Again, this is why.
You don't know me, so you're a liar.
I've known you now for the past episodes I've been editing.
So we hired a liar.
No, we hired somebody that knows the right things to say at the right time.
Well, now I think he's a liar.
Well, I like him.
I think
Thank
he's a
you.
liar.
That's all about it.
He's a fat liar.
Okay. You got a girlfriend? You got a
I
wife?
do.
Yeah?
I do.
Wife or girlfriend?
No girlfriend. It's our 1 year next week.
Oh,
Congratulations.
that's longer than any relationship I've been in.
She's amazing. So
Good. How'd you guys meet?
uh,
Uh-oh.
we met at a bar, Parkway,
Shout out to Parkway.
last year.
Second week in a row. We've met at
Last
Parkway.
year, and then we didn't really talk. Then we were kind of like, oh hi. I was friends with her friends, kind of mutual. And then I was going to the gym, and then I got like a notification on Bumble. I was like, oh, you matched with someone. I was like, she looks so familiar.
Uh-oh.
So then we started chalking it up, and I was like, found a lot in common. Then we
Did she
ended up
remember you
talking.
from Parkway?
It was kind of like mutual. Like we matched, and we were like, why do I like you? Look so familiar. And it was so funny because we went to the same college and high school, and she's a year older than me, and she like didn't know who I was, but like I knew who she was, and then I kind of make fun of her for that. But then yeah, shout out Bumble and Parkway.
Are you saying I love you to each other?
Yeah, of course.
Why are you asking inappropriate questions?
These are important
Who
questions
should
to
I love you
ask.
first?
Oh, so hold on. I can't ask if they're saying it, but you can ask.
Yeah,
who said
you're a
it
boy.
first.
She did. She did.
Of course she did.
What was your response the first time she said it?
Well, I was happy because like I knew like right away. I was like, oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
But
You
then,
said, "Oh, for sure."
Oh,
but like I wasn't gonna like
You
embarrass
responded?
myself. I was like Googling. I was like, when's the right time to say I love you? I don't want to embarrass myself. Like
Stop! That's so
He's just pulling on the heartstrings.
I wish a guy liked me that much.
This is a mini
Google
Andrew
it.
right now. He's saying the right things at the right time. God bless you.
Thank you.
God
Thank you.
bless you.
Don't be like Andrew.
Be just like me.
No, that's big regrets.
Has she seen any episodes?
Has she met Ted?
Have you met Ted? Has she seen any episodes of the Hey BigHead Show?
She has, now that I've started working here, and then she'll probably see this one right when it drops.
Oh,
so.
I'm going to make sure she's.
Yeah.
Listen here, girl.
she
Make this a
will.
clip.
Okay, here we go.
If you break his heart, I will come for you. Even though he lied to me.
Look at you already standing up for the intern.
He lied to me.
Respect.
I respect that. She's going to be okay with us having adult film stars or strippers on or whatever it is.
Hey,
Please,
I,
no.
It's my internship, so
It's exactly. You got to go through the hard
Can we
knocks.
not do that anymore?
What? Vegas is all about the adult entertainment. I would say a significant portion of Las Vegas, the beauty of Las Vegas, is the adult entertainment side of things. Hospitality, adult entertainment, Sin City.
Andrew's just trying to find his next girlfriend.
Yes.
just go to Parkway and Bumble.
Let's go to Parkway and Bubble. That's it.
Found it there.
Exactly. All right. Okay. Well, tell me about the show you want to be on. What do you want to do? You want to be a sports commentator? Or
Yeah,
what?
I grew up with sports my whole life. I grew up watching the Dan Patrick Show, and now I'm watching the Pat McAfee Show, and then
No, Matt McAfee.
Pat McAfee.
No, Matt McAfee.
Oh, God.
Pat McAfee.
Ignore
Yeah,
her.
yeah, one of them.
Him too.
Yeah, him.
Well, I'll show you a video later. You'll understand.
Okay, yeah.
You work for Andrew, not for her, so you.
Yeah,
can,
exactly.
Okay,
Who's the one that pays you?
Andrew. Does.
Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I would really love one day to have my own sports show.
Mm-hmm.
My whole group chat that I'm in is just strictly sports every day at 8 a.m. all the way until we
You
go to
literally
bed.
are a mini Andrew. It's disgusting.
So
It's a beautiful thing. He's got such a bright future ahead of him. I'm so happy for
You don't want to be like this
can't
guy, I
wait.
promise
Just like
you.
me.
Can't wait.
You don't want to do
just like
it.
me.
It's bad.
you want to be. So she's.
Look at this 40-year-old guy right here.
I see nothing wrong with this. I have people listening to us. They're clearly
They're
enjoying the
listening
things.
because of me.
Are they though?
All right, let's do a poll on the Instagram. Make this a clip.
Make this a clip.
Why do you guys watch? Is it because we're funny? Because of Andrew? Because of me?
Do you want to do an internship?
You want to do an intern?
Do you want to be an intern under Andrew?
Do you want to be under an intern under Andrew? Vote below.
Vote below. Vote now. Phone lines open.
Vote for me.
What are your thoughts on the age gap discussion that we had? What's the oldest girl you've dated?
She is just 1 year.
Just 1 year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Would you go older? Would you go like?
Yeah, what's the oldest you would go? How old are you?
I'm 24. I'm turning 24 in 2 weeks.
Okay. What's the
2
oldest you
weeks.
go?
June 5th. So whenever that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Oldest. She's my
No, but
oldest.
that's the oldest you would ever go?
Yeah.
That's what he has to
Again,
say.
smart
You're
move.
not.
This-
He's trying to avoid a
I've-
fight later.
I've trained him well. He's done.
Girlfriend, go away for a minute. I'm just gonna-
I've trained him well. He's good. He's real good. He's going to be host.
said
He's
the
going to be
oldest I
co-host of
would
the show in
go.
no time.
Okay, but hypothetically speaking, you don't have a girlfriend right now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You can't say that.
How old?
25 is his answer. 25 is his. He's a smart guy.
Okay.
There you go.
It's not worth the risk
not
reward.
worth
Is
the
not worth it.
Brian, how about you?
Brian.
I'm married.
There you go.
Oh, jeez. Well, we're excited to have you, man. This is going to be
you.
fun.
Thank you.
One quick story I want to share that you shared with me today. I noticed you're driving a car that you don't typically drive. Mm-hmm. What happened?
I got in a car crash last year around February. So I finally get my car back tonight. It's been in the shop for a little bit.
What kind of car do you drive?
I drive a Ford Explorer.
Nice.
No, Ford Fusion. Ford Fusion. Some nerves getting to me, sorry. But yeah, so it's
Don't
been in
be
the
nervous.
shop. My mom's had to drive the rental because I'm not 25 yet. Mm-hmm. And then so I get my car back. So
You can't run for president yet either.
sadly not.
Not yet.
No. Yeah, no.
Working.
What a shame.
What happened in the accident? You want to talk?
I was just on my phone. Don't text and drive. Wherever they can. Don't
Wait,
text and
what
drive.
did you do? Like, what happened? You just
No, it was raining, and my brother texted me, and I was like, "Oh, you never texted me this late." And I was like, "Oh, what's wrong?" So I saw it. It was raining. Bang.
Did you hit someone?
No, I didn't hit anything.
You hit a wall?
Yeah, that's actually good though.
So I actually asked someone in California why the California drivers are so bad,
Yeah.
and he told me this is how you avoid crashes in California. Everyone is just doom scrolling while they're driving.
Sure.
And so everyone's just at a nice pace. So if everyone just stays at that pace and doom scrolls while they're driving, everyone will be safe.
Serious?
I swear to God, that's what he told me.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's what he told me.
Don't take that as a lesson, because you, my dear, are an awful driver when it comes to paying attention to the road.
Awful driver.
Are you kidding me?
I am not an awful driver. I will look at my phone when I'm at the stoplights, and maybe as I press go.
And maybe as you're continuing to hit the gas, and maybe when you're slowing down.
No.
You're making reels.
No, I'm not.
You're editing.
While I'm at the stop sign.
I'd bet money there's probably a reel that she has where she's driving.
Without a doubt.
Oh, there's like 8. Yeah, but I'm stopped.
Heather, I love you, but you got to stop that. You're an awful driver when it comes to that. I just love Heather's reaction. Heather gets like this when she doesn't get her way. But here we are. We're excited. You just unplugged your mic. All right. Well, that's going to be the end of our show anyways. Heather went off with a bang. Mikey, excited to have you.
Thank you.
Excited to see the potential of what we're going to have. He's just going to make Hey BigHead that much bigger. That's it. That's the way it is. New episodes every week. HeyBigHead.com. Make sure to tune in for me and only me. Oh, and by the way, Heather. I love you, Heather. Don't we have expensive equipment here? Okay. All right.